But who is chosen is the question.
And we will bring it
Son
out.
of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
And his statute, which I command thee this day. Stop.
Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen.
Want to go into that?
For he has visited and redeemed his people.
Set up the watchman mean put the nation in order.
Here to do. What are we doing? We teaching that you so-called blacks, you so-called Hispanics, you so-called Native American Indians, that what? You are the Hebrews according to the Bible. You are the Israelites, right? And what's going on now? What are we here to do? We here to show you some things. Show you the laws of God. Show you how you gotta live. Because you're not learning that from mommy and daddy. You're not learning that from what? From your fake church. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 58 verse 1. Cry aloud.
Cry aloud. This don't mean with tears, all right? Like a little kid. This talking about crying, raising your voice like a man. Read.
Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
And do what?
And show my people.
Who's my people? My people are you, the real Hebrews, the Israelites. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, and show my people what?
Their transgression.
Their sins. Come on.
And the house of Jacob their sins.
Right. So guess what? So now, you got what? You got what's known as the election, right? You have the presidential election that's coming up on Tuesday. A lot of you are running around, breaking your neck, trying to figure out who you're gonna vote for. A lot of y'all are Democrats because you're a minority. You think automatically that you're a Democrat. Or you might want to change your stripes and be a Republican. You understand that? But the Lord said for us not to get involved in none of that garbage. You understand? Because democracy only means that you're going to be on the bottom. That's what that means. But give me Deuteronomy 17:15. We're going to read this for y'all brothers and sisters. That voting is pure garbage. Read that out of the Bible.
Deuteronomy chapter 17 verse 15.
See if the pork chop preacher in the church is going to tell you this. Read.
Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee.
Come on.
Whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
So the Lord said he's going to choose the king. Who's that? That's Christ. That's your head. That's why we said to stay in this Bible. According to God, we got to stay in the Bible because Christ is the king. Read.
One from among thy brethren.
One from what?
Among thy brethren.
So you might be twisted in the mind and not know who your brother is, who your sister is. The Bible will clear it up. Hold where you're at. Get me chapter 15 and verse 12. I think is what I want.
Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 12. And if thy brother.
And if thy what?
And if thy brother.
And if thy brother, come on.
And Hebrew man.
Or what?
And Hebrew man.
Come on.
Or an Hebrew woman.
Or a Hebrew woman, letting you know that that is your brethren. Come on. That's it right there. I don't even need no more. But go back because we want to show you who is your brother. Who is the Lord talking about picking a brother from, or picking a person from among your people? Read that again. Come on.
Chapter 17 verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
Come on.
One from among thy brethren.
So Christ was from among your brethren, right? It tells you in the book of Hebrews that he literally came from the flesh of your flesh. Read.
Shalt thou set king over thee.
Come on.
Thou mayest not.
Thou mayest not
Set a stranger.
set a what?
A stranger.
You must not set anybody outside of your people as what?
Over thee.
You shall not pick another person who's not from your family to be the head of you. That's what God is saying. So you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, you go into the polls and you want to vote, that's a sin according to God.
Right.
Understand that. Get your minds clear and right. That voting is out of the question. Come on.
Which is not thy brother.
That's not your brother. So how the hell is your enemy going to be the head over you and do well for you? That's why you keep going back. Oh my gosh, how come we can't get this? You go to your senator, you go to your governor. You're not going to get it. Why? Because you have picked the enemy to be your head. Read it again.
Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee.
Come on.
Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee.
Right. So Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, they're what's known as strangers from your people. They're not from your people. So what the hell you worrying about going to vote for Hillary Clinton for? Because she a woman? Oh, we want to have the first woman president. She's the devil. Donald Trump is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Understand that. You don't understand what democracy is about. But the Bible has told us what democracy is. Give me that, Maccabees. I want First Maccabees chapter 8. Start at 11, somewhere like that. No, I'm sorry. No. I want First Maccabees chapter 1 and 41. Start there. All right? Because you're going to have to get some things straightened out in your mind. Whether you vote for Hillary Clinton or you vote for Trump, that's the devil anyway. You're done. You're getting nothing out of the deal. Walk away from that and come back to Christ. Read that, come on.
First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 41.
Come on.
Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that
King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom. He was what? He was a Greek. So he's writing to the whole kingdom of Greece at this time. All right, read on.
That all should be one people.
So he said that all should be one people. Just like you got your democracy now, that we should all be one people. Let's see what that means. Read.
And everyone should leave his laws.
So everybody should leave their laws. Meaning what? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, that you should not what? Keep the laws of God. This is what Antiochus was asking, or not even asking, but making or commanding that all his subjects, which was Israel at this time as well, that what? They should walk away from the Bible and become Greek or democratic. Read.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Right. So all of the other nations, the strangers outside of Israel, said, you know what? That's a good idea because the Greeks, they run this thing, and if we go against them, we're going to get put to damn death. You understand? So they all agreed with the Greeks. Listen to this.
Yeah, many also of the Israelites.
Many also of who?
The Israelites.
So many of the Israelites also say, yes, we're going to denounce the Bible. We're going to denounce the laws of God and now do what? Partake in this man's democracy. Read.
Consenting to his religion.
They consented to his what?
His religion.
So now you might look at us and say, that's a religious group. But right here, the Bible is letting you know that democracy in itself is a religion. That's why you get people so angry. Whether you're a Democrat, Republican, independent, this and that, they're all religions according to the Most High. What we're dealing with is a heritage. You understand? Our laws, our statutes and commandments given by the Most High to his people, the Israelites. But you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans that want to do what? You want to vote? You want to vote for Hillary or Trump? Guess what? You involved in a religion of the damn devil. Understand that. Read.
And sacrifice unto idols.
Come on.
And profane the Sabbath.
And profane the Sabbath. What is it? The brother was just going over what the Sabbath was, which is Friday dark to Saturday dark. Right? You're not supposed to buy, sell, cook, but none of you do it because you weren't taught. Because you was in slavery and you didn't know how to read. When you came out of slavery, guess what? The pork chop eating pastor got you in the church now and you don't know a damn thing. So now we got to come out. The Most High got the prophets to come back and show you what is supposed to be done. And one thing that's not supposed to be done is vote. Read.
For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem.
Come on.
And the cities of Judah.
Come on.
That they should follow the strange laws of the land.
Right. So they wanted us, our people in the past, to follow democracy. Like a lot of you brothers and sisters are today. You're involved in the democratic, so-called election, right, of the so-called president. But if y'all hang around, we're going to show you that you do not elect the president, that even in the Bible it tells you that you never elected the president, and the president was never supposed to be elected, but selected. And it's in the scriptures. We're going to prove it. Come on.
And forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings
Come on.
in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and the festival days.
Right, like many of us do today. We don't keep the Sabbath, we don't keep the high holy days because we don't know about it. But us, when we came back into understanding that we were the Israelites, we did what? We started keeping the high holy days. We started keeping the Passover. We started keeping the new moon. We started keeping the Feast of Dedication. We started keeping all the high holy days because we want to come back now to God. But guess what? In democracy, you're never going to do that. You're going to do what? Christmas, Thanksgiving, which is the destruction of our people. But yet you sit down to a turkey. We got to start to get right in the mind and spirit. Read.
And pollute the sanctuary and holy people.
Come on.
Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols.
That's it. That's all I want on that. Give me the Maccabees Now chapter 8. I want to show y'all how America bases its government on the Greek government that was many years ago during the whole Greek rulership. Okay? They already set up the rulership, and now America is the same exact way. So now, when you think to yourself, when you see the people in the corner, go vote, go vote, go vote. Don't worry about voting. That's garbage. We're going to show you. Come on. Yes, come on.
First Maccabees chapter 8, verse 13.
Listen close. This is the Holy Bible. Read that.
Also that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom again they displaced. Verse 11, it was told him besides how they destroyed and brought under their dominion all kingdoms and isles that at any time resisted them.
Right. Right. So I don't know. I want you to stay there. Read down. I'm giving you the context. This is talking about the Greeks, right? The Israelites now went to go to the Greeks to try to create how can I say, an amity with them, or a treaty, all right, to make a friendship with them, because they were concerned that Greece was going to destroy them.
But with their friends and such as relied upon them.
Whoa. Now it says the Greeks with their friends and such that relied upon them, come on.
They kept amity.
They kept amity, meaning they kept peace with them. So the day that you're not in cahoots with America, that's how come they never let us go. That's why they never want us to be independent. They want us to rely on them. Without the reliance on them, they have nothing. Your money is the power, right? Come Christmas, if you blacks and Hispanics don't spend any money, they're destroyed. But you don't see the power. Read on.
And that they had conquered kingdoms both far and nigh, insomuch as all that heard of their name were afraid of them.
Right, so the United States, when their name is heard abroad, people are afraid of the United States. You must bow down or you're going to get put to death. This is reality. Read on. We're going to get to the point where I'm trying to bring out. Come on.
Also that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign.
Right.
And whom again they displaced.
Right, and if you didn't agree with this with Greece, same thing with America, you would get taken out of your place. That's why you see all of these so-called presidents or prime ministers of other countries, when they don't agree with America, they get shot down and killed or put to death. Or their country is what? Bankrupt. You understand? Listen to this, sis. Listen to this.
Finally, that they were greatly exalted.
Right.
Yet for all this, none of them wore a crown.
Right. So it said that a lot of the Greeks, although they did all of this, none of them actually wore a crown as a king. It's going to explain.
Or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby.
Right, they weren't trying to be magnified as an individual. Listen close.
Moreover, how they had made for themselves a Senate house.
Right, so it said they made a Senate house. Do we not have a Senate house today? Exactly. So you reading this out of the Bible, it's telling you. This Bible is a history book. Don't get caught up in the church and religious book. You know, that's garbage. This is history, laws, statutes, commandments. So now you're hearing how America got set up way back then. Read.
Wherein 320 men sat in council daily.
Right, so you had 320 what? Senators or congressmen in Congress at that time doing what? Making decisions. Today, we have 100 senators, 435 members of Congress. That calls what? 535 members that are what? Making decisions, so to speak, right? Come on.
Consulting always for the people.
Right, consulting always for the people. Come on.
To the end they might be well ordered.
Right, it was to get their country well ordered. That's why those people were set up. But listen close, come on.
And that they committed their government to one man.
They committed, now these 320 committed the government to one man. What does that sound like to you? What does it sound like?
They said, all right, raise it, that one person.
That one person. And what we call them today? Exactly. Read on.
And that they committed their government to one man every year.
Every year. Not 4 years, but every year they pick a new man. Come on.
Who ruled over all their country.
Who ruled over all the country. So now, here's the question. In today's time, now they just, remember, the Greek Empire was massive. Did all the people vote for president? The 320, right? So in today's world, you have what's known as the Electoral College, all right? The Electoral College consists of 538 members. It's one for each representative, which is 535 plus 3, that's in Washington, D.C., so that's 538. They select the president of the United States. That is the proof, that is the absolute truth. You can look it up anywhere. But here's the question. Who selects the Electoral College? That's the question. But guess what? There's a bigger group that selects them that nobody knows who they are. When I say nobody, meaning us as peons. We don't know who that is. But right now I'm showing you that the whole voting system is complete garbage. Because they choose the president. Not you, not us, not anybody. That's why the Lord said, do not vote, don't get involved. Because the Most High deals with all that. He's the one that's putting them here and there for his own reasons. Hold that. Give me Daniel chapter 4:17. We're going to show you. All right? Because a lot of people is running to our people and saying, hey, listen, vote for Hilary Clinton. For what? What is she going to do for us? I'm going to show you that she's the devil. Trump is the devil. You got to keep this thing real.
Daniel chapter 4 verse 17.
Come on.
This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the Holy One.
Come on.
To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Right. So it's the Most High that rules in the kingdom of men. He's the one that's setting up the president. Read on. We got more on that.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will.
He gives the kingdom to whoever he wants. Read.
And setteth up over it the basis of men.
And he said he sets up over the kingdom the basis of men. Meaning the most lowest individuals, the most dirty, conniving, greedy bastards. That's who God takes and puts them his head. Why? Because he knows they're going to do the wrong thing. He knows they're wicked as hell. Right? It's our job now to keep the commandments and wait on his return. Because as he's building them up, just like in the time in Egypt, remember, everybody kept going, Moses kept going to Pharaoh, let my people go, let my people go. He wouldn't, because the Most High hardened his heart so he could show his power. And that's what's going to happen. You understand that? So we wanted to bring that out to you to let you know that your vote does not count. It's called the Electoral College, period. No voting. Now, let's get into, we had any more on that? That was it, right? As far as Hilary Clinton, right? I'm going to stay on her for a second. Because everything that woman stands for is against the Bible. It's straight. Regardless of what our own personal thoughts are. For instance, a person might think there's nothing wrong with abortion. They might think that. But according to God, that's a murder. Right? Now Hillary Clinton is all for it. Donald Trump, as wicked as he is, he said, listen, when y'all talking about doing the last trimester abortion, when you're taking out a child at 8 months old and stabbing it in the back of the head and murdering and killing it, somebody needs to pay for that. Hillary said no. That's your Hillary Clinton. And as wicked as Trump is, at least he knew that. You understand? Give me that doctrine like that. Understand? These are basic understandings. And what are we here to do, sis? We're here to show you the laws of God. Through the election, through all that's going on, we got to always remember the Most High in Christ. Always. Give me that. Exodus 20.
I'm not going to play.
Exodus Exodus chapter 20, verse 13. Thou shalt not kill.
That's one of the 10 commandments. So when we got a problem with abortion, oh, I don't know if we should do it or not, thou shalt not kill. When you look in the Bible, there's much killing. God himself had many people killed, but that's not what he's talking about. That's going into thou shalt not murder. You understand? Give me Exodus 21 and 14. I'm going to show you how the Lord play around with the unborn. He don't play around when it comes to the unborn. You're not going to just kill off that baby and then say, okay, I'm going to go on my life now, and now I'm going to get rich because I ain't got nothing to worry about. Let's see.
Exodus 21, verse 22. If men strive and hurt a woman with child.
Now, listen to this, sister. If two men are fighting, right? Two men just having a fight. Come on.
So that her fruit depart from her.
They bump into this woman who's pregnant. They don't have nothing to do with her, but they crash into the woman she's pregnant. And her fruit depart from her, meaning the baby. Come on.
And yet no mischief follows.
Meaning the baby does not die. The baby survives. Come on.
He shall be surely punished.
That man, those men got to be punished though, because they made her have the baby early. So they're going to get punished. Listen to this.
According as the woman's husband will lay upon them.
Right, so the woman's husband got to say, well, listen, you made my wife give birth early. I want this, that, whatever. Right? Listen to this.
And he shall pay as the judges determine.
Right. Come on.
And if any mischief follows,
meaning those two men fight, they bump into that woman, she loses the child by mistake. They didn't mean for that to happen, but it happened. Read.
Then thou shalt give life for life.
You shall do what?
Life for life.
That person, they gotta die. Because they just killed the baby who was in the womb. So if you got any problems with abortion, understand how God looks at it. He's taking you. But because we're in a time of Christ, you have a chance to repent. You just don't know how long you have. Maybe he'll give you 20 years, or maybe he'll give you 20 minutes. You don't know. You understand? That's for anybody, sis. You understand? So now, when you look at one time Hilary Clinton, right? Have you ever heard of a person named Margaret Sanger? A lot of people might not have heard of this. Margaret Sanger is the woman who started the Planned Parenthood, which is very prevalent here in all our neighborhoods, Harlem, East New York, all the neighborhoods where blacks and Hispanics are. Planned Parenthood. You might think this is a good thing, but it's not. Planned Parenthood was established by Margaret Sanger to abort black and Hispanic children. Literally, you can look that up. I'm being serious with you, sis. They gave Hilary Clinton the Margaret Sanger Award. Now, if you know anything about Margaret Sanger, you're gonna say to yourself, you know what? I'm not accepting that award. She's a devil. But Hilary Clinton took it and said, listen, I love Margaret Sanger. I love what she brought to the table. I love her vision. She said she likes her vision. Her vision was for us to be destroyed. She said we were reckless breeders. And she wanted to kill off our people. This is facts. This is who they want us to vote for? You're gonna put up that demon over our people? Never. Never. Go back to Deuteronomy. Oh, okay. Bro, look at that quote from Margaret Sanger about the right? That's why the Lord said for us not to get involved in this voting. Because the people that are involved are what? The basest, most wicked thing on the earth. Wicked. When it came time for her, when Bill Clinton was in office, they the ones that made our people go to jail. Now guess what? We were selling drugs, we were doing all that stuff. You're supposed to get arrested and put away. That's against God. But a lot of the crimes were not violent. Why are you giving a guy 30 years for selling a pound of weed? You understand? But they came up with the 3 strikes rule. 3 strikes and you're out. That was Hilary Clinton and her husband. You understand that? Give me that. Isaiah, these are the prophecies, the curses that our people are under. But we gotta keep the commandments to come out of it, sis. We gotta leave church alone. We gotta keep the laws of God and start serving. Listen to this. This is from Margaret Sanger, the same woman I was telling you about. Online. It says, on blacks, immigrants, right? She called us human beings. Reckless breeders. Spawning human beings who never should have been born. She's saying that she wanted to get rid of us for what? Racial purification, which is fine. We want that too. We don't want the Most High himself, God, does not want our people mixing with other nations. He doesn't. It tells you straight. When you see all these commercials and you got the black woman with the white man, that's against God's laws. And vice versa. The black man running around with the white woman, that's against God's laws. And people think, no, this group, this is a racist woman that has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with the Bible. Because I was Christian before I came in here. So nobody hating white people, have nothing to do with that. It got something to do with the laws of God. God said, don't do that. Don't mix with them. To keep your people pure. That's what he said, keep it holy. What you got? Thank you.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Right.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Right, so the Lord said, you don't give your daughter to the Irish son. Oh, Mr. McNulty, your son is such a great man. Give my daughter, no, the Lord said don't do that. Come on.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Oh, Mr. McNulty, your daughter's so nice. Can I have her for my son? The Lord said don't do that. That's why you see the other nations. They don't be handing over their kids to you. To your kid, never. They don't do that. They elope. They don't go to the Chinese man and say, listen, can I have your daughter for marriage? You're like, nigga, are you crazy?
I think it all got something to do with fame and money when you saw the black guys married.
Absolutely.
Women ain't thinking about it. They don't have something else to say.
That's right. And guess what happens? They wind up getting a divorce, and that money go right back to the woman and her people. You understand? That was the plan. But these brothers are so caught up.
That's the plan.
Yeah, they so retarded. They don't get it. Many brothers in the Caribbean, the West Indies, my family from the West Indies, many of them got land. You got the white woman from Germany coming over, throwing her hair in their face. They get gassed up, marry her. A few years later, divorce. Her father now comes in, takes all the land, and builds hotels. And this dumb nigga, and I'm sorry I gotta use that term, but the dumb Negro, exactly. But because we don't know this, look, that's why the Lord said, don't deal with your enemies like that. You don't marry them. That's your enemy. Period. That's right. That's right. As soon as our brothers get a little bit of money, first thing they do, oh, wow, the white woman treats them nice, they're like, oh man, they like them. Now they roll with them. No, the Lord said don't do that. You got what I want? Yes.
Tobit chapter 4 verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son.
The Lord said, beware of all whoredom, my son. Sit in.
And chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy father.
He said, take a wife of the seed of your fathers. Beware of all whoredom. Don't run around with a whole bunch of women from the outside. He said, take one of your own seed. Read.
And take not a strange woman to wife.
You don't take a stranger to wife. Just like the Lord said, you don't put a stranger up as your president. It's the same thing. Come on.
Which is not of thy father's tribe.
Right, it's not of your father's tribe. Because the Lord had everybody separate. When you read the Bible, the Lord had all nations separate. He never wanted that. That happened because of us, because we were sinning. You understand? You got more?
For we are the children of the prophets.
We are the children of the prophets. Come on.
Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right. Come on, that's it. Come on.
Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren,
right,
the sons and daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them.
Right, because it shows hatred. It shows pure hatred. Right now, I'm coming, we grow up here, and then I run off and I say, okay, let me get a Chinese woman. What am I really saying? What am I saying? I'm saying I don't like mine. I don't like these women. You mean to tell me of all the women that I've seen in my own neighborhood, it ain't gotta be in my neighborhood, but I'm saying, you know, of my people, that not one could be my wife? I gotta run off and get somebody else? It shows hatred.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.